first recorded my first song, and the experience has been amazing. I mean, it all goes with energies and the people that you meet. So if you meet a person that you energetically align with, it's not that hard, but it has been really hard, like meeting all these people and recording and trying to like get the perfect songs, because I believe I just want that perfect song.
What's perfection? What does perfection sound like? What does a day of trying to create perfection look like?
I mean, every day I try. Every time I'm in studio, I just try. I need that perfect song. I need to hear myself and be like, yeah, this is the one. So every time I record, it's just like, yeah, on to the next.
So I'm curious, how many takes do you actually take at this point? Because I'm sure you're just like, nah, that's not the one. And then you try again, you're like, we almost had it, but there's something wrong with it. Let's try again. How many of these takes do you actually have on a daily basis? Yeah.
It's a lot of takes. Yeah.
I'm sure the team envies you by the time you're done.
Yeah, they do, actually. But like at the end of the day, I always tell them, I am looking for my hit. I'm always looking for my perfect hit.
So here's a twist of events. What happens when you get to perform on a stage and clearly you don't have the pleasure and the liberty of calling stop, let's retake, rewind, let's do it again, take it from the top. Now it's really just a matter of do, go, run. What do we do then?
At that point, I just make sure that I make the most of the moment.
Yeah.
So I make sure that at that moment I'm performing and I go all out. If I'm not happy, then we can fix it next time I perform.
Greatest performance thus far?
Thus far, it has to be one performance of what I've once had in Pretoria. Yeah, that was like very perfect for me. The crowd and everyone was loving the energy, and the people were receiving my song the way I wanted them to receive it.
And in terms of support, you speak about people receiving your song, obviously in Pretoria, and you've had great reception and you're enjoying it. Support structure is quite important because sometimes your fan won't really necessarily come through for you the way that you want them to or the way that you expect them to. Sometimes you need to draw your energy from a different source. So how has the support structure been like in terms of your family, friends, fans? You've got your own structure, so you would know.
Yeah, I mean, the support structure, they're really supportive, especially my manager. Shout out to him.
Yes. Manager. Does manager not have a name, please?
Yeah, his name is Nature, my nature.
There we go.
Yeah, shout out to him because he's been really pushing me. And the support structure, family and everyone, they really do support me. And I'm grateful for that.
And I think music is it's a very tough journey to take. Being an artist in general is very difficult because obviously our parents have got their own fears at the same time. You yourself as an independent person also have your own fears. The thing about music and being an artist is that one day you're hot and the next you're probably not, and you try and worm your way back into the industry or worm your way to people's hearts once again. And speaking of people's hearts, how do you want people to receive your music when they listen to your music? How do you want to make them feel? And also, where do you grab your inspiration for the music from?
I usually grab my inspiration from my experiences and other people's experiences. So it'll just depend how I'm feeling in that certain day when I'm making that song. So I'll probably just take inspiration from a situation. Maybe somebody tells me what they've went through, and I just take that and put it as a song. And how I want them to receive it, I really just want them to receive it as daily, the things that they do on a daily and how they feel, communicating their feelings. Some people can't communicate their feelings.
That's
so I believe that with my music, then a person can maybe be able to explain how they're feeling. Yeah.
Let's talk about 2016, where your first official project was released. It was titled Melody.
No, that's the person I featured.
Oh, that's the person you featured. Yes. Oh, okay. So what was the project called and how was this feeling like? Because I'm sure you had some sort of adrenaline rushing through you when hearing your song.
Yes, it was MYB. I remember we had a song named MYB and YI. So we were actually a duo. Yeah.
Oh.
Yes, we were a duo and we were planning to go about this music thing together, but then we decided to separate as life went on. But then we made a song. It was YI and MYB, and the first time we recorded the song, it was amazing. I mean, and the love that we received when we made that song, it was amazing. I just can't explain it. Yeah.
Oh, excuse me. I'm curious to find out in terms of breakups. You know, we've seen a lot of duos, we've seen a lot of trios come and go, and I think it's very unfortunate. But at the very same time, I think it also births room for people to grow outside of collaborations, outside of just only knowing this comfort zone. What was it like for you to step aside from the team that you were working with?
I mean, with Melody Moon, I would still love to work with her. I mean, we didn't fight. It's just that we decided to go our separate ways with the duo. But it's really sad when you share a dream with someone and then out of the blue now you have to like understand whether they want to go their separate
Yeah.
way and we have to go our separate ways. But I mean, being independent again is also an amazing journey for me.
You've got more work coming through. Let's talk about what to expect when it comes to your work.
Yes, I have an upcoming EP. Who Hurt You? It's called Who Hurt You. So
I want to pose the same question. Who hurt you?
Who hurt you? Yeah, so I'm working on it. Hopefully, I'm gonna be done with it before the end of this year, if not early next year. And I'm crafting it as best as I can, and I want people to actually receive it because it's my growth for all these years
Yeah.
that I've been making music.
I think we've come to understand one thing during the course of this interview is that you are definitely a perfectionist. You like your work to be taken very seriously, no matter how many takes it takes. But nje, you know, the crux of the matter is give me something crisp and good enough, and that's it. I think we like that about you. Now let's talk about this music that you're going to be releasing. What is that all about? What have you written about? I mean, Who Hurt You is a very catchy and very strong question. So what is it all about?
No, it's about just people's experiences and just a lot of people with like my life has been turning around and like I've been facing new challenges and experiencing new things. So, you know, with like people that you used to be with or you used to like be friends with in the past.
Yeah.
Now, so like I'm basically using my situations like this time around. I'm using my past experiences and I'm like asking all these people who are mad at me, I don't know for what, like, who hurt you?
Talk about life going on in studio. We are joined by Ukukuletu, who's also known as One, but One is an abbreviation, so don't worry about it. We'll fill you up all about it when we do come back to conclude our conversation. Your thoughts and your views and any questions that you might have for Ukukuletu in studio on 011 717 9881. After the ad break, we'll conclude our conversation. Don't go anywhere.
When on or off